What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe all of our YouTube videos. Hit that like button. Y'all come in here. Hit the share, subscribe. Hit that Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, $ BJ Matthews for all this great content that we drop to you on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. Let's get it popping. All right, so I got myself a nice little car mount for my phone right in the window. Y'all can see the views a lot much better than yesterday, so had to get that done for y'all. So I'm going to be doing another one of these shows, LA Clipper Talk. My StreamYard, for whatever reason, y'all is acting up, jacked up. So if y'all asking me what's going on with my StreamYard, it's been active the last couple days. I don't know what's the problem with my account. So hopefully I get it fixed within the next 2 days. And we can, go from there. But we're going to still have the show rolling. Yesterday, the Clippers went 2-0 in their home. They're 2-0 on their road trip stretch. Back-to-back games against the Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors. They prevailed 112-104 on the road, and it was a game where I kind of looked back and thought to myself, I've seen this team before. I've seen this team somewhere. And I'm going to tell y'all what team that is in a minute, but I want to talk about the game last night. So we prevailed 112-104. We had three guys, Ivica Zubac, James Harden, and Norman Powell with 20+. We had Derrick Jones Jr. with 18 points as well. Zubac had 23 and 18. I'm going to talk about Zubac in a minute because I think it's, prevalent that we talk about him. But the Clippers and the Warriors are the two teams, and, they've been kind of a rivalry. I wouldn't say as much as the Lakers or the Suns or the Mavs, but they're in California just like we are. So it was a game that, was good to win last night. And, the Warriors, I know some people are talking about them being in, the conference finals and things of that nature. And they done made their team a lot better, upgraded their team, made it more and more depth. Buddy Hield was a good signing. DeAnthony Melton, a good signing. They brought in Kyle Anderson from the Timberwolves last year. It was a good signing. And you got the guys who just got another year better. Brandon Podziemski, Trace Ashton Davis, Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is back on his shield from 2 years ago. I guess all them things with his going through his pops was definitely real. So he's back to the scheme of things. I don't know what's wrong with Jonathan Kuminga. He was supposed to take a big leap, but the first 3 games he's been kind of sluggish and not really prevailing. He don't even look like he has the same aggression on the court. So I don't know if that's just because Wiggins is now back to his normal self or what, but the Warriors are definitely, a prominent team. Shout out to Steph Curry, man. I hope that he gets back on the court very, very soon. You don't like to see injuries, of course, everything we're going through, of course, with Kawhi. I don't want to see nobody injured. So Steph went down 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. So, definitely hope that he gets back on the court very, very soon. But let's talk about the Clippers. Yesterday, it was a game where a couple guys that showed up that weren't really expected to show up offensively. That's Derrick Jones Jr. and Chris Dunn. Let me talk about Derrick Jones. D. Jones in the Denver game and this game against Golden State has shown up offensively. I mean, not just scoring the ball, but more so hitting 3-point shots. Right? Yesterday he hit, I think, 3 3-pointers against the Warriors, but him being that James Harden offense, he's going to have to know how to shoot threes, right? He's going to have to know how to knock down 3-point shots. So he did that yesterday. You got to give him credit. And then you got Chris Dunn, who I think on ball, if you watch him play, he has a great nose for the ball, meaning he has good reaction time, quick hands, long arms. He gets into passing lanes. He's kind of like, I think, I know we got Terrence Mann, but Chris Dunn has been showing himself to be better than Terrence Mann these first 3 games. Now, I know it's the first 3 games, so it's not a big deal, but I'm just telling y'all what I'm seeing. Chris Dunn has definitely been showing himself to, be prevalent on the court. So I like what I'm seeing from Chris Dunn. I like what I'm seeing from Derrick Jones these last 2 games. We got Portland on Wednesday and a back-to-back with Phoenix. Again, we got to get our get back against them. We got 5 home games. Portland, Phoenix, OKC, San Antonio, and then Philadelphia. Those are going to be, 5 good games as well. So let me talk about some of our other players like Kevin Porter Jr., 7 points again. I'm going to give KPJ a month. I'm going to give him a month. Because, again, he has not played real basketball in the NBA for over a year. He played 5 games overseas, which ain't a lot of games. So I'm going to give him more time to get back into the flow of things. But if he don't come about it with, the next month, I'm talking about you got to be averaging double digits, bro. You cannot be inefficient. 2 for 7 from the field again. You can't be that inefficient from the field. I see the aggression. I see the want-to. But I mean, damn, like, I'll put Bones in or I'll put Jordan Miller in if you're going to keep having stat lines like this, because yesterday, just like Denver, they're going to be runs in the game where we're going to give up because we don't have the offensive prowess, but we always going to be somewhat in the game because of our defense. So that's what's saving us right now, is how good we play on defense, especially that second unit. But a guy like Kevin Porter Jr., who averaged 19 points in Houston, who is talented enough to put the ball in the basket, we can use those points and go through somebody else if he's not going to produce on the offensive end of the basketball. Right? So, I'm going to give him a month to, jail, but we're going to have to, like I said, if he's not prevailing, you got to sit him down. Let me talk about Kyle Jones had 5. I don't know why Kyle Jones ain't getting burned. He got 5 minutes yesterday. I don't know why he's not getting much burn on the court, but that's going to be interesting to see when Obama gets back, how Ty Lue's going to, intricate that lineup. But Kyle Jones ain't really getting much time on the floor, and I don't know why. But let me talk about the main guys. Let me talk about, Ivica Zubac and James Harden and Norman Powell. So all of them had 20-plus apiece. Norman Powell had a more quieter night, of course, after the Denver 37 explosion. But nonetheless, he still was, he was still fine. He still was, scoring the basketball in key moments, especially in that third quarter. Hit some, big 3-point shots. And see, what Norman Powell I'm starting to see is, well, I've seen it before, but his ability to now know when to attack and score the basketball, because I don't know if because Harden's on the court with him having that ability to know when to attack the basket, know when to score the ball and shoot, and having more of a green light, I'm not so sure if that's maybe the reason why he's been so good these last 2 games. But like I said before, with Norm, there's going to be games where he's super efficient and he's super aggressive. The ball's going to go through, but there's going to be games where he can't really get off the way he needs to get off, and he's going to be inefficient. And those games got to depend on our big guy Zubac to score the ball, which again, Zubac, shout out to him, 23 points and 18 rebounds yesterday, 10 for 19 from the field, protected the rim very well. Zubac right now is a top 5 center in the NBA. I know it's just 3 games, but based off these 2 games, he's averaging 22 points. I think 12.5 rebounds a game, shooting 60+% from the field. So Zubac, again, just his confidence is growing, being able to play up against those guys like, Nikola Jokic, Jusuf Nurkic the first 2 games. You got Jusuf Nurkic again. You got Victor Wembanyama coming up. I got a call, sorry about that. You got Victor Wembanyama coming up. You got Joel Embiid if he plays against them in Philadelphia. You got some good guys coming up. DeAndre Ayton's coming up next, who's still a solid young center. So if Zubac can do what he needs to do, game in and game out, he'll be definitely a person you can look at as a All-NBA team player at this rate. Do I expect him to keep it up? We'll see. But like I told y'all, the offense needs to go through Ivica Zubac. It don't need to go through Norman Powell. It don't even need to go through James Harden. It needs to go to Ivica Zubac, because his shots are more high efficient shots, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. And when you feed your big man, you get more. When you feed the big man, you make him happy. It's going to make him play harder on both ends of the basketball court. So Zubac, what do you get? You get more talking. You get more interaction on the court. You get more two-way play on both sides of the ball. You need Zubac to be on that type of that even kill. Let's talk about James Harden. 23 points, 6 for 19 from the field. Not the most efficient night scoring, but assisting the basketball. You know he's going to fill the stat sheet up. James Harden's going to fill the stat sheet up no matter what. based off of his ability to score and assist the ball. And see, this is something that Harden has done now that's really opened things up that I noticed watching that game. The defense has no choice but to give Harden attention and guard him up the three-point line, because his ability to shoot threes and his ability to play make, it opens everything up on the offensive end. This is why I say, if you're going to play with James Harden, you got to be able to hit three-point shots if you're a wing. You got to be able to catch lobs if you are big. And you got to be able to do the pick and roll if you're big. If you can do those three things, if you're one of those three players, you can play with James Harden. Now, I made the video yesterday that James Harden don't need to go back to Houston Harden, because the whistle ain't the same. He's not getting that heavy whistle like he did in Houston. He made all of his free throws. He did make all of his free throws. I think he went 9 for 9. But he's not getting that heavy whistle like he did in Houston, like 12 to 15 free throws a game. That's not happening. He doesn't have the same burst of explosion off the ball with his handle. So that's a little bit different from what he was doing before in Houston. Those two intricate pieces, you don't need to do Houston hard. You don't need to shoot 25, 30 shots a game. And I think he's figuring that out the last two games. I don't need to shoot 25, 30 shots. I can get it off with just, 12 to 15 shots. Right? So if he keeps it into that range, 12 to 15, I think he can, preserve his energy throughout the rest of the season, because we're going to need him. And going into the postseason as well. So I like what I saw from our team yesterday, especially coming off a back-to-back. I like, the energy that we had. I liked how guys chipped in and pitched in. It was very, very nice to see all that. So let me tell y'all something about this team, what I'm starting to, realize. This team is very, very similar to that 2022 Los Angeles Clippers team, if y'all don't remember. Damn, there's traffic going. There's like an accident. This Clipper team is very similar to that 2022 team. Meaning, if y'all saw that team, Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, Luke Kennard, Nicholas Batum, a young Nicholas Batum, Ivica Zubac. Who else did we have? I think that's the year that Norman came. He came in at the All-Star break. And then you had a few other pieces as well. That team, to me, this team reminds me a lot of that squad, because you don't have Kawhi for the whole year, right? You don't have Kawhi right now, like you did in 2022, and you had PG for 31 games. So you weren't really relying on talent. You were relying more on depth and teamwork. So now, a collective group, you have to be able to know how to win games. And now that you got, James Harden, who has this offense playing how it's playing, you got a chance to make all the games you play competitive. Now, as far as winning the games, you ain't gonna win all the games. You can't win every single game, but you put yourself in a position to win, right? You can't, when you come into a game like this against, the Clippers yesterday, and Chris Dunn too as well, like I think I shouted him out, they're going to make it very, very hard for you to be effective on the court, because you're going to go through you're going through basically a grind every single night with this team. You're playing up against a team has nothing to lose, who's been counted out by the media, has been counted out by other fan bases, like they're not going to even make the play-in, or they're not going to make the playoffs. We're 6th seed right now in the Western Conference. So I think we're going to be a 4th to 6th seed in the West, based off of Kawhi's injuries and based off of the team, the talent we're going to be going up against. I got us going as a 4th and 6th seed right this upcoming season. I really don't care if we're in that vicinity and we're in the playoffs and Kawhi Leonard's playing. The Clippers can beat anybody as long as Kawhi's on the court. That's what it's gonna all come down to, is Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi is playing and he's on the court, we have a chance to beat anybody. It's the same thing. That's why I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not gonna get over, like I told y'all in my live during the season, before the season started, I'm not getting overexcited about anything. I'm not gonna get down if we lose. I'm not gonna be up if we win, because I already know what it is. I've seen this story too many times, where you have a team that has all the ability, or has they have the heart to play, but you ain't gonna win without your best player. It's just that simple. Any sport that you play in, you're not winning without your best player. right? I've seen the Clippers with the lot less talent win games and be able to come back. That 2022 year, we came back from all types of big-ass leads. Against the Denver Nuggets, we came back from 24 points. The Philadelphia 76ers, we came back from 25 points. Against the Washington Wizards, we came back from 37 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers, we came back from, I think, 15 points in the fourth quarter, I think, with 4 minutes left in the game. We've came back from... we were called the comeback clips for quite a period of time. So it's not about, for me, the regular season. It's not. It's about the postseason. But I can tell you this, the Clippers right now, they're going to be making a lot of teams nervous because we're playing basically with a bunch of guys who are unproven and going to be playing hard no matter what. That's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the Clippers. So I love the energy. I love the fight that we played with last night. Like I said, I apologize for not having the StreamYard up. I will get that done, fixed within the next couple of days so we can get back to the regular scheduled settings. But I'm going to keep getting this content out to y'all no matter what. I'm going to be dropping more videos today as I'm driving. I'm right now headed to the gym, so I'm probably going to drop another video after this. And I'm going to drop it for the day because I will be talking about the rest of the NBA, not just the Clippers. And yeah, Clippers 2-1. See y'all Wednesday. Peace.